What is good, everybody? Sam Dog, the infamous 253, coming at you guys with the Week 14 2018 NFL game picks for Week 14 of the 2018 season. And first of all, a little bit ago, I just hit 200 subscribers. So thank you to everyone who has subscribed and supported this journey, man, on my YouTube channel since I started back in March. I appreciate everyone who has subscribed to the channel. It's a big milestone to hit 200. I mean, obviously, it'd be bigger for hitting a big number like 1,000. But man, all I gotta say is thank you all for the 200 subscribes. And got Dallas on the phone. Say what's up, Dallas.
What's up?
Yeah, and also do these game picks, I want to go into something really big. This is a very, very big day and a great moment for the city of Seattle. Today, the NHL awarded its 32nd franchise to Seattle for the NHL. So Seattle is getting some NHL hockey with the start of the 2021-2022 season, which we don't know what the name of the team's going to be. For all we know, it could be the Seattle Metropolitans again. And also, the cool part about this is when the expansion draft, we get it like the Las Vegas Golden Knights got for the expansion draft too. But the only thing is Vegas isn't participating in that. They don't want to give up any players, which is crap, you know. I mean, I think every team needs to freaking participate regardless. But yeah, we get the freaking expansion draft, just like the Golden Knights got it when they first came in, which they were able to get Marc-Andre Fleury. But yeah, this is definitely a big day for Seattle. But hopefully one of these days, too, we can get the Sonics back one of these days, too, you know? This would be a good way to get the Sonics back. But Seattle, we finally got an NHL team again. For those of you that didn't know, the first American team to win the Stanley Cup was the Seattle Metropolitans back in 1917. The very first ever professional sports championship in the history of the city of Seattle. And this is definitely pretty huge. This is definitely big, and I can't wait for that season to start. Dallas, would you go to any of those games?
I probably would.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
I can afford it.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to go to some of those games in the future too. That's for sure. But anyway, now it's time to get to the good part. It's time to freaking get into these game picks for Week 14 for the 2018 NFL season. And by the way, Eddie Taylor said hi on the video.
Oh, he's watching us right now?
Yeah, Eddie's watching us. Adam's watching us. I mean, got a lot of things going on. Hopefully we can get some more on here because we want to do these game picks. But first off, Week 14, Thursday Night Football, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Tennessee Titans for Thursday Night Football. And the Titans are coming off of a low 6-0 win over the Indianapolis Colts with Cody Kessler as their starting quarterback. And Tennessee coming off of pouncing and beating the New York Jets at home. And the game's in Tennessee this time around. Mariota and the Titans, I expect them to get a back-to-back week. So I'm going to Jacksonville, like Eddie said, was in a snore fest against the Colts. But I'm taking the Tennessee Titans to sweep the Jags.
Yeah, so am I. They had a big come from behind win against the Jets to stay in the wild card race in the AFC, and they can't afford to slip up against a lousy Jags team that's going nowhere. So I'm going with Tennessee.
Yeah, Adam, you know I love you, bro, but I gotta focus, man. I gotta do these picks, you know. Just saying. But hey, also to let you guys know, since we play the Vikings Monday night, so that means we got one more available Red Zone Sunday, which I'm going to have Dallas over here at my house this Sunday for when we play the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, we play the Vikings on Monday Night Football, but I'm having Dallas over at my house, except Dallas, you know how we usually pick one slate of games. This is going to be the last Red Zone we're going to get to do for the season.
Yeah.
So this time, for all my viewers that watch this video a little later on, and I'm talking those after this is posted, this time we're going to try and do our best and do the full 7 hours. Would you be all right with that, Dallas, for the last Red Zone for the year for us?
Yeah.
That we try, and Adam wants in too. This time we want to try and go the full 7 hours. No matter how many people are watching, even if there are no people watching, we still want to freaking try and do the full 7 hours for the first time of Red Zone, and try to do the whole entire thing, and we're gonna do it right, you know. Adam's gonna be down with it too, so it'd be cool to get him in on it too. But yeah, let's move on with these game picks. All right, first off, for the Sunday slate game for the 10 a.m. slate, we got the New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills. Jets lost to the Titans, and the Bills are coming off of that loss to Miami. And by the way, Dallas, last week for our game picks, I went 10. I got 10. I got only 6 games wrong and got 10 right, and you got 9 right during that week too, because we split on the Pittsburgh Chargers game.
It wasn't a very good week for me.
Yeah.
There was a lot of surprises last week.
Hey, at least we were both above 500 on our picks.
Yeah.
All right, so New York Jets at Buffalo Bills. We all know what happened last time these two teams met in MetLife Stadium. Bills took a giant shit on the freaking Jets in MetLife Stadium. I know you and me picked the Jets to win that one and didn't expect what the Bills were going to do with Matt Barkley at quarterback. This time, obviously, it's Josh Allen, and I'm going to take the Bills to get the sweep. I'm taking Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills as well to pull off the sweep. The Jets are coming off of a really disappointing loss against Tennessee, a game they just flat out let slip away.
Yeah, for real though, they definitely let slip away from them last week too. Up next, we got the Los Angeles Rams at the Chicago Bears. The Rams obviously just clinched the division last week, beating Detroit, and the Bears lost to the Giants with freaking Chase Daniels, the backup quarterback. Trubisky is still hurt. But the question I want to know is, are the Bears getting Trubisky back for this week? Because the Bears are really going to freaking need Trubisky to hang with that powerhouse Los Angeles Rams team and that offense and that defense too. So, I mean, Rams really got nothing to lose. I mean, I hate the fact that they still got the number 1 seed because I wanted New Orleans to beat Dallas and shit too, you know. But obviously, though, I mean, since they already got a clinch, I don't see them trying to give up the number 1 seed though. But I'm gonna pick the Rams, and I'm gonna take the Rams winning this one in Soldier Field.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Rams as well. They are still playing for that number 1 seed right now, and they're in the driver's seat right now after the Saints lost to the Cowboys.
Yeah,
and they need every win they can get.
I do hope the Bears get Trubisky back because I do want the Rams to lose one more game. I do not want the Rams having that number 1 seed, to be honest. No hate, this hate. I mean, I want to see. I mean, if we're not going to be in it, I mean, I do want to see, if possibly, I would love to see Breeze win one more Super Bowl. But there is hope for our Seahawks. I do hope we can try to win out and get to the freaking and try to get back to the playoffs, man. I'd love to see the Seahawks get back to it. We're in that wild. We're so far we hold the 5th seed for the wild card with the Seahawks. We hold the 5th seed right now as of this week. We can keep on winning out and try to keep that 5th seed. That would be huge to try to get it to be in the race, you know? Just as long as we're in. And plus, if we win that first game, if we get in, I want another crack at the Rams.
So do I.
Yeah, I would love to get another crack at them. Up next, we got the Carolina Panthers at the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland got waxed by Deshaun Watson in Houston last week. Carolina, Cam Newton. The Panthers have lost 4 straight games. Cam Newton, that loss is on Cam Newton. He threw 5 interceptions in that game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so that loss is majorly. I'm putting that one all the way on Cam Newton. He played a terrible game compared to what he played against us when they lost to us, though, with Christian McCaffrey being practically most of their offense. But Carolina basically went from the beginning they had how many wins? What was their record? Were they 6-2?
Yeah.
They were 6-2, and then they just freaking choked. 4 straight losses for Cam and the freaking Panthers, though. I mean, what the hell is happening there this season? I mean, but I see them getting a win here. I'm taking the Panthers over the Cleveland Browns.
I'm taking the Panthers. They're a desperate team right now, and they really need this one. The season is on the brink.
Yeah.
For them.
For real. Up next, we got the Atlanta Falcons at the Green Bay Packers. Atlanta got beat by the Baltimore Ravens off the foot of Justin Tucker. Lamar Jackson is 3-0 as a starter for the Ravens. But Atlanta, it seems like every time we've picked Atlanta, they've lost. I'm losing faith in Atlanta, man. I mean, Atlanta, they're just going downhill, you know. No offense, David in Atlanta. I mean, obviously, just kind of speaking the facts. I know you're pretty pissed off about it too, but they're going in the Lambeau Field taking on the Green Bay Packers, who the Green Bay Packers just lost a close battle to the Arizona Cardinals, which the Packers ended up firing Mike McCarthy after that game, which I thought they should have done that at the end of their season. Now, why now? Who knows? I mean, guess they were finally fed up with them and all that losing too. And I forgot who's the interim head coach for Green Bay now.
Joe Philbin.
Yeah, Philbin's the interim head coach, and lots of moves are gonna be freaking. Lots of things gonna be different in Green Bay. Like we don't know if Philbin will remain the head coach. I mean, has an interim head coach ended up becoming the full-time head coach before with a certain team? Has it ever happened before? Where the interim head coach?
I don't know.
Yeah, but I lost faith in Atlanta, so I'm taking the Green Bay Packers at home to beat the Atlanta Falcons. I'm taking Green Bay.
Yeah, God, both these teams are just giant disappointments. Both of them were supposed to be contenders. It's been a disaster
Steven
year for
Morris.
both teams, but I gotta take Green Bay. Atlanta has probably been more just as disappointing as Green Bay.
For real.
So I'm taking Green Bay.
Up next, we got the Indianapolis Colts at the Houston Texans. We all know what happened to Indy, losing 6-0 to Cody Kessler and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Houston kicking the crap out of Baker Mayfield in Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, man, he's got the Texans. The Texans have won 9 straight games. They are rolling. They are looking like a big-time threat in the AFC. And I know I've heard some people saying that they really want the Patriots to lose so the Texans don't have to go to Foxborough again. I've seen that one. Houston's just rolling. I mean, going up against Indianapolis at home this time. Houston's just rocking. They're on a big win streak. The city's rallied behind them too. And DeAndre Hopkins is playing some incredible football at receiver, making some insane ass catches too in the process. And Demaryius Thomas, I think, is starting to find his role with them too. I mean, he had 2 touchdowns on the Monday night game before that, and I don't think he had any touchdowns, but he's really looking good. Steven Miles, I think we can make the playoffs if we just win out or anything else too. But you know something else, I mean Houston's rolling. So I mean this is an obvious decision. I'm taking the Houston Texans getting their 10th straight win of the season.
Yeah, I'm taking Houston. They're hot right now.
Hot, and they got the right quarterback too. Up next, we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Kansas City Chiefs. We all know what happened with Baltimore and Atlanta last week, where basically that game was practically mostly won by Justin Tucker making his kicks, and of course a defensive scoop and score by was it Terrell Suggs that got that scoop and score? Or was that the week before that? That Terrell Suggs got the scoop and I think that was the week before. But Baltimore's been on a win streak. Kansas City, we all know the story. Kareem Hunt fucked up in February and now he basically got released by the Kansas City Chiefs. I know the Chiefs are coming off of a 40 to 33 win over the Oakland Raiders in Oakland, and Chiefs are still on the roll. And I'm picking Kansas City in this one regardless.
I'm taking Kansas City as well. They really want that number 1 seed, and I think they're on a mission this year to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but how hard is it going to be now with no more Kareem Hunt?
It's going to be a lot more difficult.
One less worry for us when we play them on the 23rd. Of course, they still got
we got plenty of else to worry about.
Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill. They got weapons at receiver. Sammy Watkins. Frickin' who else? Who else they got out there? Because I know the Chiefs got weapons. I already named off Travis Kelce and a couple of their offensive weapons. But on their defensive side, we got to worry about Justin Houston. And they got a really good defense. I mean, not really the best defense. I think we can throw all over that defense. Yeah. All right, and then up next, we got the New England Patriots at the Miami Dolphins. Patriots get the sweep.
Yeah, I know the Patriots have struggled in Miami, but there's no way they lose this one. They still have a chance of getting the number 1 seed, and or at least getting a bye week, and they're gonna sweep the Dolphins.
That's obvious, man. Way too obvious. Up next, we got the New Orleans Saints at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We all know what happened week one when they had Fitzpatrick. This time it's Jameis Winston. Saints are still roll. I mean, Saints last week, disappointing loss to the Dallas Cowboys. Some costly penalties in that game too, and then some very questionable calls in that game too. Like especially I think favoring Dallas. I mean, I wanted to see New Orleans win that game though, but now they hold the number 2 seed. But we all know what happened week one. Tampa Bay coming off of last week beating the San Francisco. Who did Tampa Bay get played against? Shit, who? I know we did week 14. Let me see who did Tampa play last? Oh yeah, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay coming off of a big win against the. That's right. They picked Cam Newton off 5 times and beat the Carolina Panthers, man. So yeah, Tampa Bay's coming off of a big win against Carolina, but I don't see them getting the sweep of New Orleans. I'm taking the New Orleans Saints winning big in Tampa this time around.
Yeah, I'm taking New Orleans to get revenge. They're gonna take their frustration out on Tampa.
For sure. Up next, we got the New York Giants at the Washington Redskins. We also watched the Redskins on Monday Night Football get destroyed by Philadelphia, and they lost Colt McCoy to a foot injury, and then they had to go with Mark the Butt Fumble Sanchez, which on his first play he handed off to AP and AP took it 90 yards to the house, his longest touchdown run of his career, which he tied Jim Brown for all time tied Jim Brown for I forgot the number, but he tied Jim Brown for rushing touchdowns in career, which he'll probably break that record soon. The New York Giants. Giants last week were coming off of a win against the Chicago Bears last week. I remember that was crazy to see that the Giants pull that off in overtime, especially after Chicago pulling their special. I mean, their little version of a Philly special, but a Chicago special. For this one, I mean, the Giants got their receivers. I mean, they're not really having the best season, but they did come off of a big win against the Bears. I'm going to take the Giants to win back-to-back weeks. I'm taking the New York Giants this time around.
I'm going to take the Giants as well. Washington's down to Mark Sanchez now. And their season's just lost after they lost Alex Smith. So I'm going to take the Giants to get two in a row.
Yep. Up next, we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers we watched on Sunday night as they made that big come-from-behind win and crazy finish when the Steelers jumped offsides 3 straight times, which the 3rd straight, Badgley made the kick. Obviously, Badgley made the kick. You picked against the Chargers in that one. You picked the Steelers. But a bunch of crazy plays, including that one play where the defender really should have had an interception. The other guy just crashed into him, popping the ball out, and Keenan Allen was in the right place at the right time for the touchdown. And then they went for 2 and got it with Antonio Gates. And then Desmond King taking that punt back 70-some-odd yards for the touchdown. And they got another 2-point conversion to tie the game. And then a go-ahead with the running back that was stepping in the place of the injured Melvin Gordon. And the Chargers are just rolling right now. I mean, and the Bengals obviously no more Andy Dalton because of what happened to him with getting hurt against Cleveland, and I'm gonna take the Los Angeles Chargers to win again. They're really on a roll. They're trying to keep pace with Kansas City. I'm taking the Los Angeles Chargers here in this game.
I'm gonna have to go with the Chargers as well. The Bengals have really been on a free fall since a good start, since like a 4-1 start to their season. No Dalton, no Green for the rest of the year. They're just so riddled by injuries.
Did they flex the Pittsburgh-Oakland game for the Sunday night? Did they flex that game?
Yeah.
Who's the Sunday night game?
Rams-Bears.
Oh, we already picked that one, so shit. So that was the Sunday night game, and we picked the Rams to beat the Bears. All right, up next we got we'll just do Pittsburgh at Oakland. Pittsburgh's going to crap on Oakland, enough said. I know Oakland barely almost made a comeback against the Chiefs, and Pittsburgh coming off of that loss, but I'm picking the Steelers to beat the Raiders.
Yeah, the Steelers are a desperate team, and they also still have New England. They still have to play New England at home. They still have to go to New Orleans. They really need this one. There's no way they lose to Oakland.
Yeah. Up next, we got the Denver Broncos at the San Francisco 49ers. Obviously, we took a fat crap on San Francisco last week with Bobby Wagner having that big pick six. Richard Sherman made his return home. Nobody booed him. I didn't boo him at all. And I'm pretty sure there were those, but no one really booed Richard Sherman because they had appreciation with him. Heck, at the end of that game, he and Baldwin swapped jerseys. Denver is coming off of that big win last week against the Cincinnati Bengals, which we called last week, and but I'm gonna take Denver again this week against the 49ers. Denver's trying to keep their hopes alive for a wild card, but not that we don't know if they'll get it or not. But I'm taking the Denver Broncos over the San Francisco 49ers. Right now, Denver's just better than Frisco. Right now.
Yeah, I'm taking Denver as well. Denver's Denver's hot right now.
Yeah.
They've won 3 in a row.
Yep.
And I like them to make it 4 in a row.
Yeah, so do I. But up next, we got the Detroit Lions at the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona coming off of that surprising win in Lambeau Field, which got Mike McCarthy fired. Philadelphia is coming off of that Monday night win against the Redskins in Philadelphia, and Philadelphia's we're at Detroit, Arizona. Where are we? Oh, you already did that. We're at Philadelphia. Are we on Philadelphia, Dallas? No, wait. We're on Detroit, Arizona. Detroit. That's right. Crap. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, Detroit is coming off of losing to the Rams, and Arizona's coming off of beating the Packers in Green Bay. So basically, at this point, we all know Arizona's season's screwed, but they just happened to get a third win. Detroit got waxed by the Rams. I'm taking Detroit beating Arizona.
Yeah, I'm taking Detroit as well. I think the Cardinals were a little bit of a letdown after a big win against the
Packers.
Green Bay on the road.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Detroit.
Yeah, fuck, I'm slipping up a little bit. All right, up next, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Dallas Cowboys. Philadelphia obviously won big on Monday night. Dallas upset the Saints last week, and Dallas is kind of on a roll. They're still they're hungry for the NFC East. They're on a roll though too. I mean, obviously we wanted Dallas to lose because of the seeding though too. I mean, Redskins lost, but Dallas pulled a big upset, and after that, I think I'm going to pick Dallas again to get the sweep over Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Cowboys as well. Their defense looks top notch right now. They really got after Drew Brees last week, so in Philadelphia, I don't know if I really believe in them that much.
Nope, they're not repeating. I've said it. Philly is not going to repeat.
They might not even get back to the playoffs because they still have to play the Rams on the road.
And plus they only beat an injury-riddled Redskins team, so that's nothing to brag about. Sorry, Philly, but that's nothing really to brag about. You're still not going back to the Super Bowl.
It's been a disappointing. You talk about Green Bay and Atlanta being disappointments. Well, yeah. they're on the top of they're on the list for sure.
Yep.
As biggest disappointments. I guess I like the Cowboys to extend their winning streak.
Yeah. Finally, last but not least, we got our Monday night game, which I will definitely be in attendance. Seattle Seahawks taking on the Minnesota Vikings, which we're coming off of beating Sherman in his return, and Minnesota last week lost to the Patriots, so thank you, New England, for beating Minnesota. So this is definitely going to be a big battle, major playoff indications, but I really hope this, though. I mean, it sucks that when DJ Fluker got hurt was when Russell started taking taking those sacks. We really need freaking DJ Fluker in this game, man. But we really are going to need Fluker big time if we make it to the playoffs, though. Fluker's been a big key pickup for the Seahawks and that offensive line. He's part of the reason why that running game has been so efficient with the holes that he's opened up for Carson and Penny and Davis, for real. We really freaking need DJ Fluker. Would you agree?
Yeah.
I mean, Fluker's been a good key pickup. Minnesota, obviously, Minnesota's season kind of been a little so-so. I mean, obviously, they're still in the wild card mix. They got the 6th seed. We're on the 5th seed above them, though, too. But this time, I know we played them in preseason, but we're at home, though. And I think the are going to come rocking for a primetime game, especially if we're on the Monday Night Football spotlight. I'm really hoping for the best, though, for us, too. Like you said, like I've been saying, I mean, I really want us to get in that wild card spot. That's for sure. To get in, just to get into the playoffs and get into the show would be huge, and definitely so far this season has exceeded my expectations. But
I would say so too.
yeah, hoping for the best. This was probably the last 50-50 game that we were saying for if we were to get it. But I am going to say
obviously we don't feel too good about that Kansas City game.
nah. But I'm gonna pick the Seahawks because I want us to get into the race. I'm picking the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm taking Seattle as well. I mean,
I'm feeling better.
They're 2 games ahead of Minnesota with the tiebreaker. They lose. I guess they would be a half game behind. They'd be a half game behind Minnesota because Minnesota has a tie. I mean, it is a huge game for them considering Kansas City's still on their schedule, and I believe if they win this game, they're going to the playoffs.
Yeah. Do you
if
feel?
If they lose,
yeah.
It'll just be more difficult.
Yeah, but do you feel a little better about our chances against Minnesota?
I do.
But I would feel a lot better. I would feel a lot.
Been up and down.
Yeah, I would feel a lot better though of our chances if we still had DJ Fluker. If we had DJ Fluker, I think we could take it. I mean, I'm hoping for the best though. But like we mentioned back with Green Bay, this is a 50-50 game. I mean, nobody expected us to beat the Panthers. This was a game we had us losing, was that game against the Panthers, and we shocked them with what we pulled against Carolina a couple weeks back with that 4th and 3 pass to David Moore, and then Gano choking, and then us getting downfield easily with Seabass making a kick. But Seabass better make his PATs in this next game though, for real. Even after
Especially if it's a tight game.
Yeah, we're just lucky we were playing the Santa Clara 49ers at that time.
So those extra points didn't matter.
Yeah, those extra points.
He's got to make it in the clutch.
Definitely got to make it in the clutch, and this is going to be one of those games that he has to do it in. And our keys to this game was simple. We got to shut down Dalvin Cook in the running game with him and Latavius Murray. Basically played man coverage on Kyle Rudolph, Stephon Diggs, and Adam Thielen and Laquan Treadwell, because they got some good-ass receivers, especially Adam Thielen. Definitely got to play some heavy-ass coverage on those receivers, especially Diggs and Thielen. But we got to look out for the play actions to Kyle Rudolph, because Rudolph is an ace tight end too. He's definitely got the juice, and he's been doing it for years. Was his rookie year 2012? I forgot Kyle Rudolph's rookie year, but fuck it, I mean, we just freaking take. I don't know how long DJ's out, Stefan. I don't know, but hopefully we'll get him back by the playoffs if he's going to be out. But I think they had news about him today. But we're not sleeping on Kirk Cousins either. I want to get revenge for last year's game when he was with the Redskins, though. But
I forgot about that. He came in here with a bunch of injuries in that game to
with
the
Redskins,
and he led a game-winning drive.
Yeah, but that was Blair Walsh's fault to begin with. So.
I wonder if the Redskins still kind of wish they had him right now.
Who knows?
Considering who's playing quarterback for them.
Mark the butt fumble Sanchez is the freaking Redskins quarterback now because of Colt Bust McCoy getting hurt. But I'll tell you what though, all we have to do is we have to freaking lock down the receivers. Trenton Walden saying all Seahawks have to do is lock down the receivers because ain't no running going to be successful. But we're gonna have to shut down freaking Kyle Rudolph, that tight end too. But I'm not sleeping on Dalvin.
Defend the pass rush.
And we're definitely going to have.
They were getting a lot of pressure against Green Bay.
Yeah, but we also remember
at home.
If we don't have DJ Fluker, that's a problem for us going up against the frickin' Vikings too, because their pass rush is deadly too. I mean, I know back in the preseason our first strainers were running all over them with Chris Carson that too, but I'm still not sleeping. I'm not sleeping on them now. But if we can at least get Carson and Penny going and open up some holes, but we're gonna need Fluker to open up some holes if he's able to play. We're gonna need Fluker to be able to open up holes, but we can't afford to be taking unnecessary sacks. But we got another thing on defense. We got to get pressure and be able to sack and knock the crap out of Kirk Cousins. We got to be able to hit Kirk Cousins around for this game if we want to be able to win too. Shut down the receivers, hit Kirk Cousins, see if, but we need to be able to open holes, offensive line, protect Russell Wilson, give him time to throw to the top-notch receivers, open holes for the running game with Carson, Penny, and Davis. But we're definitely gonna have we may be in for a long day against the Vikings, but it's a 50-50 game. Hope the Seahawks can pull it off. But that's our game picks. But other than that, though, guys, I want to thank you all for the 200 subs. Appreciate all of you guys who have subscribed to the channel. If there's anybody that's new to the channel, please subscribe and like. I want to keep this going. It don't matter who you're a fan of, who your team is. I want to still be able to, connect with you and talk football. Talk about our teams and a lot more stuff. Because I appreciate you all who've come. And so far, now I think it's time for me and Dallas to recap our picks. We picked our Seahawks winning this game. We picked the Rams to beat the Bears on Sunday Night Football. We picked the Steelers to beat Oakland. We picked Dallas sweeping Philly. We picked Detroit to beat Arizona. We picked Denver to beat Frisco. We picked the Chargers to beat the Bengals. We picked the Giants to beat the Redskins. We picked New Orleans to beat Tampa. We picked New England to beat Miami. We picked Kansas City to beat Baltimore. We picked Houston to beat Indianapolis. We picked Green Bay to beat the Falcons. We picked Carolina to beat Cleveland. We picked the Jets to beat the Bills, and we picked the Titans to sweep the Jags. Anything else you want to mention to that?
No, I think we pretty much had all the same picks this week.
Yeah, this time we did not split this time other than last week, but thank God we did better than we thought. At least we were above 500 on those picks. Except I was one up because of the Chargers versus Steelers game last week. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
But let's see how we do this week around. But for those of you watching, for those of you who are going to watch after this is posted, make sure to tune in Sunday when me, Dallas, and Adam try to go for the full 7 hours of Red Zone. Tell your friends about it too. And tell your friends that have friends that you don't know that they have friends to tell their friends to come in and watch as well. Give us their thoughts. And as me and Dallas, and if you have Red Zone too, watch with us while watching this stream so you can react with us when we react to certain plays, certain touchdowns, if certain teams are going to pull a certain upset, and certain of the rest. If you know what I mean and what me and Dallas mean when we do this thing. But thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and stay tuned for this coming Sunday. And obviously, I'll be at the Monday night game for that game, trying to do some player interactions. If I feel like doing some game footage, I'll do it. And like I said, when I finally get that case like Norb has, I'll hopefully be able to go live like I am now, but with that extra battery charge on my phone, because right now I'm live on an iPad right now, and I got Dallas here on the speakerphone here too, which I usually do my YouTube filming on my phone. But anyway, Dallas, ready to shut her down?
Yeah.
All right, so stay tuned, and remember, if you ain't with it, you ain't infamous. And as always, go Seahawks.